Alright, so this is Swords and Shields, the card game 2 or 2.0, whichever way you want to refer to it. It's a updated version of the original version of Swords and Shields. Some cards were obviously kept, some were changed to make the game a little more interesting, a little more fun, a little more intuitive. You definitely want to, think and plan and strategize, and now you have the ability to combo certain cards. So it's not like just play a card every turn, that's it. Now you can combo, because there's a couple more quick cards in this version than the original version. The original version only had one quick card, which was the counter card. Now we have the block card in the game. So we have two quick cards in the game, and then we have a search card, which is something new. You play it, search out a card from your deck, add it to your hand, and it could be whatever you want, obviously. But you have to, choose and think of the best time to play it. From play testing, one of the things we like, the best time to play it tends to be when your opponent plays a block card, right? And then you'll play the search card, because they'll play the block card on your turn, and it's like, alright, I'll play the search card and search out something that I need for next turn, because your opponent's trying to slow you down from making a play, especially if it's a winning play. You're about to make a move, before you even make a move, they'll try to stop you from even making a move to try to win the game. So then it's like, alright, perfect time to search. Sometimes if you go first and you have a search card, you can just play the search card, search out something for later on in the game. So it's about planning ahead of time, trying to create a strategy to win. This game, if this is the first time you saw this game because you haven't seen the original video, it's basically it's based off of like tic-tac-toe, X's and O, tic-tac-toe, but it's taken to a whole new level. As I was saying, we have some new cards in the game. We have the block card. It's a quick card, which means it could only be played during your opponent's turn. We have basic cards, which can only be played during your turn. This card, you can place this card on the field at the start of your opponent's main step. This is before they actually play a card. So they draw, you can activate this, and then they'll be able to perform their main step of playing their card for the turn. This card, this zone can't be used by other cards. Move this card from the field during the end step of this turn. So it's temporary. It just takes up space on the field until the end of the turn. So let's say your opponent has two cards in a row, and before they get a chance to put the third card in a row to win, you can play this preemptively, play it to block that spot, to take up space in that spot, so they can't use it. So they would have to make a different decision, make a different play. We have the blue block card, we have the red block card. So we still have the swap cards for the first version of the game. It's a basic card. Pick two cards on the field and switch their places. This card specifically, for example, well, not the only card, but the block card is just a placeholder, so it's not affected by this card. It's not affected by remove, because you can't affect the zone in which the block card is on. So once you block, or your opponent blocks a zone with a block card, that zone is unusable. That's the whole point of the card, right? It's unusable, so you can't try to, switch the block card to a different position on the field and put a card where the block card was originally put. Some people do try to make that mistake of trying to move the block card with this. Yeah, you can't. That's against the game rules and game state. You see there's the blue one, red one. Moving on. The counter card is a quick card. You can only use during opponent's turn. Negate the effect of a card and send it to the graveyard. So obviously use this in response to your opponent playing a card. So your opponent plays a card, you activate this to negate the effect of the card and then send it to the graveyard. If the card would have caused a win condition, it does not. So that's your way of, turning the tables around, changing your chances of losing to a chance of you potentially winning by preventing your opponent from winning, giving you another turn to try to win yourself. But if they have a counter card, well, I guess the odds were in their favor, right? Remove is a basic card. You can only play on your turn. Send one of your opponent's cards on the field to the graveyard. So you can only use this on your opponent's cards. You can't use it on your own. I mean, there's no reason to really send any of your own cards on the field to the graveyard. And they come in two different colors because it's for two separate decks, because it's for your deck and your opponent's deck, obviously. Search is a basic card. Add one card from your deck to your hand. Self-explanatory, real simple. You play it and then you just add a card from your deck to your hand. Here's a shield, obviously, and a sword. Swords, obviously use the red cards, the red border cards, and shield uses the blue border cards, red versus blue. Give me a sec. Yeah, for some reason things acting up. Here's the back of the cards. Swords and shields, the card game. Here's what the playmat should look like, but you can get like obviously you'll print this out. This whole entire little set right now until later on when I actually when I put the effort towards actually creating the physical cards, and the mats and whatnot, and actually make it a full-on product. For now, you can just get the game. You can get the game images to play the game by just print and play. So you download it in the link in the description below, and print it out yourself, cut it out, sleeve it, and play the game. Tell me what you think. It's really fun. But as I said, this is the playing field. Pretty basic, nine rectangles, 9 zones, just like tic-tac-toe. And that is the end of the video.